Every legend has an origin story. The part everyone knows, the scary clown, the red balloon, the kids who beat him with the power of friendship or whatever. But that's surface level. And on this channel, we don't do surface level. We run the numbers. We find the feats. We calculate the actual threat level of the monsters you think you understand. Because beyond the myth, there's the math. And today, we're power scaling the Eater of Worlds, the thing wearing the clown suit, Pennywise. So let's get one thing straight right off the bat. Pennywise is not a clown. I know, right? But stick with me, because people constantly undersell this entity based on what they saw in the movies. They see the jump scares, the sewer scenes, the Tim Curry performance, and they think, okay, scary clown that eats kids in Maine. Wrong. That's like calling Galactus a hungry purple guy. Technically true, catastrophically incomplete. Let me paint you the actual picture. Millions of years ago, before humans, before dairy, before Maine was even a concept, something fell from space. Not a meteor, not a ship, a consciousness. This thing came from the void between universes, the macroverse, if you want the lore term, a place of pure chaos where the normal rules of reality are, and I'm being technical here, optional. And this entity, it crashed into Earth like a psychic plague and just burrowed in, went to sleep, waited for the buffet to grow. Fast forward a few million years. Humans show up, build a town, call it Derry, cute little place. Except it's built directly on top of a sleeping cosmic horror that has been marinating the ground with its presence for longer than our species has existed. And here's where it gets insidious. You know what bothered me about it? Why don't the adults help? Kids are vanishing at 6 times the national average. That's not a stat I made up, that's in the book. And the adults just don't care. Turns out there's a reason, and it's not stupidity. It has been projecting a psychic field over Derry for centuries. It's not mind control, it's more like psychic pollution. A constant low-frequency hum of apathy that makes everyone just look away, forget, rationalize. A kid goes missing? He probably ran away. Another one? Tragic accident. 27 more in 18 months? Well, Derry's always been a little unlucky. This isn't a hunting strategy. This is farming. It cultivated an entire town as its personal buffet, and the psychic field is the fence that keeps the livestock calm. That's planetary-scale psychic manipulation maintained passively for generations. We're not talking about a street-level threat here. Okay, so we need to address the meme. You've seen it, everyone's seen it. Just bully Pennywise, lol. He feeds on fear, so if you're not scared, he's powerless. I'm gonna be real with you. This might be the most dangerous misconception in modern horror discourse. And I need to break down exactly why, because people genuinely think this is a valid strategy. First problem, you can't just decide not to be afraid. I'm not talking about jump scare fear. I'm talking about the kind of terror that lives in your bone marrow, because it doesn't guess what scares you. It performs a psychic deep dive into your soul and pulls out your most specific trauma. It doesn't show up as a generic monster. It shows up as your parents burning alive, screaming your name. It shows up as your little brother who drowned, asking why you didn't save him. It shows up as the exact person who abused you, using the exact words that broke you. You think you can crack jokes when you're staring at a perfect reconstruction of your worst memory given physical form? Cool. Good luck with that. Second problem. The Losers Club didn't win by roasting it. People saw the beep beep Richie stuff and thought that's what beat him. No, that was the victory lap. Those kids spent the entire story confronting their individual traumas, forging an unbreakable bond, and, this is important, getting unknowingly backed by a literal turtle god. Their insults at the end weren't the weapon, they were the symptom of finally achieving a belief in themselves stronger than their belief in it.
third problem, and this is the big one. It doesn't need you to be afraid to kill you. Fear is a preference, seasoning. When you stand there all brave with your one-liners, it doesn't poof out of existence like a boggart from Harry Potter. It just kills you the normal way. It stops being a clown and becomes a 30-foot statue that crushes you into paste. It stops being cute and becomes a writhing mass of claws and teeth that tears you apart. Courage is not a defense against 100 tons of falling granite. You can't meme your way out of getting physically annihilated. But let's say you're built different. Let's say you're actually, genuinely fearless through some combination of brain chemistry and foolish confidence. Cool. It has a plan B, the deadlights.
I'm not afraid of you. We will be.
This is its true form. Not the clown, not the spider. The swirling, chaotic mass of orange light that exists in the space between universes. And if it exposes you to it, you're done. Not dead, you're erased. The deadlights don't kill you, they annihilate your consciousness. Your sense of self just dissolves. You're not brave anymore. You're not scared anymore. You're not anything anymore because the concept of you has been deleted from reality. There's no defense, no willpower check, no saving throw. You see them, you're gone. And before you say, just close your eyes, it's psychic. It doesn't work like that. Here's the thing that puts it all into perspective. In the Stephen King multiverse, the forces of creation are embodied by Maturin, a cosmic turtle god that literally vomited out universes during a stomachache. That's canon, by the way. I'm not making that up. And Pennywise? That's Maturin's ancient enemy. Its natural rival is a multiversal creator deity. That's the weight class we're operating in. When these two are going at it, universes were collateral damage. So when we ask, how strong is Pennywise, the answer has layers. In Derry, it is essentially a god. Planetary scale psychic entity with city-level destructive capability and complete environmental control. True form, high-tier cosmic horror, multiversal threat, reality warping on a scale that makes most street-level heroes look like ants arguing with a forest fire. The clown suit isn't a limitation, it's it being polite. It's a predator that could just destroy the town outright, but chooses to savor it instead. That's not weakness, that's confidence. So, here's my question for you, and I'm genuinely curious about this. Who's the weakest character you can think of that could survive, not win, just survive a direct encounter with the deadlights? Not the clown, not the games, the actual stare into infinity and try not to dissolve moment. Drop your answer in the comments with your reasoning because I want to see the math on this. And that's where we're leaving it. The math on Derry's cosmic parasite. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next analysis. Because trust me, we're just getting started. Until next time, this is Mystic Scalar, reminding you, always look beyond the myth and trust the math.